tonight, Clark. It should be a very intriguing matchup.
You know, Kevin, in years past, it used to be the small forwards were your dominant scorers in the league, and that's still pretty prevalent. But in this day and age, well, I tell you, the point guard play, not only are those point guards able to assist and set people up and lead their teams, but a lot of them are high-octane scorers as well. A lot of fun to watch.
Like a lot of things happen on both ends of the floor.
No doubt.
Now, Golden State's starting five. The talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. And it's Cousins in at the center position. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one drops.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside, Simmons. Over Curry. And that one's good, Simmons.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including that soft mid-range jumper.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Shoots over Redick, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, and I think all credit goes to that being just good offense. I mean, those are the kind of shots they want, and they got them.
Thompson passes to Curry. Here is Durant, guarded by Simmons. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Screen by Cousins.
Such a smart defender. Saric plays with intensity and passion on this end of the floor.
Redick against Thompson. It's stolen by Green. Fires for 3. No good from Cousins. And the 76ers with possession. Here's Simmons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got his second bucket of the night.
Hey, really you don't have many more options when Simmons is that close to the cup. I mean, this guy is just too smart.
Curry kicks to Thompson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got 6.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Count that one. And it's 6 points for Ben Simmons.
Nice use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
Pass to Green. Back to Curry from outside the arc. And Embiid pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Saric dishes to Redick. Here's Simmons. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy. And how about the numbers on Draymond Green? Great showing for him last season. 7th in assists and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Here's Simmons, and that one hits back iron.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
That free throw good from Durant. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Both good from the line that time.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Simmons passes to Redick. Kicks to Embiid. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. Shoots over Curry, and it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Embiid.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys.
Now here's Curry. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And stolen by Redick. Saric against Green. In the corner, Simmons with it. Warriors with the rebound.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Now here's Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Embiid. Pass to Chandler. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Here's Simmons. 10 points for him. And Durant comes to help. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. Now it's ended over to D.A., who was able to talk with Coach Brett Brown.
Well, Kevin, he talked about his team's defensive mindset. He said they have to be willing to sacrifice a little room in the paint if it means they stay tight on their outside shooters. He said it's no secret those guys attack from long range, and that's what we've got to stop. We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Green. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Fourth, Joel Embiid, and of course, Kevin Durant.
And when either of those guys are on the floor, that low post defense is immediately something their teammates don't have to worry about. That's a very comforting feeling.
Now, here's Redick. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Simmons slams it in.
I like the variety pack offense that Simmons gives you. A little bit of everything. I mean, and that's huge for his team. When you're guarding him, it's almost pick your poison.
Thompson against Redick. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Thompson's got 13.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
I think they've got to consider, Greg, throwing a few different looks his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this.
Now, here's Redick. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Redick's got his first bucket of the night.
Great setup right there. Calling for the pick and roll. Redick getting the separation he wanted to keep it and convert.
Curry kicks to Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. He's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
No good from Simmons. The Warriors have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Passes it to Durant. No good on the triple.
Boy, it's surprising that he clunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found.
Feeds to Chandler. Durant with the steal. Green kicks to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Now here's Redick. Now the pass to Embiid. Now here's Simmons. He's guarded by Cousins. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 17 points for Ben Simmons.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
Durant wide open. He fires. And the 3 ball is good. And the Warriors lead by 4.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Right side Simmons. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And if you're not going to respect Simmons' jumper, then he's going to hurt you with it. I mean, it's quite smooth coming off his hand.
Durant, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
And stolen by Cousins. The finish, and then Durant with the jam.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Timeout called, the 76ers. And the regular season officially begins. Most rookies around the league, Clark, will have their eyes wide open. I mean, wow, what an eye-opening experience to play with this speed, this talent. How nervous were you going back to that time in your life? How nervous were you on opening night?
Very nervous, really excited, but there were some butterflies that I had to work really hard at trying to get them to fly in formation because they were all over the place, Kevin. But ultimately, once you get out there and you break that first sweat or you get that first hit or bucket, then it simply becomes basketball. But prior to that, pregame meal, your nap before the game, the butterflies are doing their own thing.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Amir Johnson's checked in for Joel Embiid. Fultz comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Dario Saric. And Golden State also making a change. Iguodala's checked in. Now here's Simmons. 19 points in the game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury. Boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
That's good from Simmons.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable, the talent this man has, and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
Jordan Bell's checked in for Thompson. And he makes both free throws.
You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
The 76ers trail by 6. Now McConnell. Inside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
And that versatility that Johnson offers has a huge upside. He's mobile and strong enough that he can defend either front court position, and that's a great tool for any team to have.
He doesn't get the second one. With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line.
On the mark with the 15-footer. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Now here's Cousins, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over him.
Now here's Fultz. He's tightly guarded, and they pick up 2. And now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
Man, I appreciate how skilled Fultz is handling the ball. I mean, excellent at getting to his favorite spots on the floor.
It's Curry outside. Offensive rebound. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And that one falls for Cousins.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Outside Curry. Bell passes to Livingston. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Fades and shoots. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot. The footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And the 76ers last season making it to the conference semifinals, Clark, before they were dispatched by the Boston Celtics.
And I guarantee you, Kevin, if you told any fan that would be their fate at the start of the season, they'd have banked that and went with it. Team had a great learning experience as they got past Miami and then lost to the Celtics. I think this group will be highly motivated to take the next step going forward.
Warriors leading by 5. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. Jerebko the screen. Cousins with a screen on Johnson. Pass to Bell. 5 on the clock. Cousins inside. He's covered by McConnell. And Cousins gets it to go.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And the foul on Jordan Bell. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Philadelphia, they have shot 50% from the line today, 3 for 6.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Loose shots.
That free throw missing.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And those can often come back to haunt you, Greg. They've got to focus and really make the most of the chances.
And he sinks the second.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Now, here is Bell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Livingston passes to Iguodala. Jerebko the screen.
Got to be more careful. Can't pick up 2 fouls this early on. You just can't.
And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that 6-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
The free throw drops for Iguodala.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Exactly. I mean, that's what's helped them build this early lead.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the 76ers. And Iguodala drops them both.
And while Iguodala might not be the star of any team he's on, he's always going to be a major contributor because he does so many things well on both ends.
Now here's Simmons. 22 points for him.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. Shoots over Redick. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 15.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we'll be right back after this. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to like express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Really like what they're doing in the post here in the opening half. Very productive.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. Jonas Jerebko out there with Bell, and it's Livingston in at the 1 spot. Now here's Iguodala over Redick, and the Warriors tack on 2 more. The 76ers trail by 12. Johnson the screen, pass to Redick. Johnson sends the screen for Redick. Over Thompson. Again, Philadelphia.
Boy, J.J. Redick, so smart once he gets a screen. I mean, he's great at making use of whatever space he gets.
Iguodala outside. On the wing, Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Thompson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors. Philadelphia shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
Livingston passes to Bell. There's a good screen. Iguodala kicks to Bell. Thompson is doubled. And stolen by Redick. Stolen by Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Yeah, once Thompson gets going, he is almost impossible to slow down. We're seeing that tonight. Their entire offense is revolving around him, and boy, is he coming through.
Now here's Simmons. 26 points for him, and it goes down 2 points.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Timeout called the 76ers. Clark, when you're evaluating young players and you see a lot of them at the college ranks and certainly in the early years in the NBA, aside from their talents between the lines, which qualities tell you this kid has a chance to be special?
A couple of things. Humility, understanding their ability, but also recognizing they've still got work to do. That's one of the great qualities anybody can have. Work ethic, self-starting, and then you try to see if, in fact, they've worked through some challenges. How have they handled adversity? I mean, when you look at those things and couple them with talent, now you've got somebody that you feel like can be special.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Saric in for T.J. McConnell. And Golden State also making a change. Green, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. Now here's Simmons. And he has 28 points for the game. Thompson against Redick. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Saric. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Embiid the screen. 2 on the clock. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And the shot goes down. Thompson's got 10 points in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Simmons passes to Šarić. It's good.
Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently, the vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now, here's Jerebko. Back to Livingston. Passes it to Thompson. The three-pointer, no good.
Has not made another three since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
Šarić dishes to Simmons. Back to Šarić. Over Green. Šarić, that's good.
Šarić is deceptively strong. This guy's got good strength, and he doesn't mind being physical, can absorb the contact and find a way to finish.
Now, here's Livingston. He kicks to Thompson. Green with a screen on Redick. And Jerebko has it in the corner. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
Durant's checked in for the Warriors. To the inside, here's Thompson, and it falls over the rim and in. Thompson's got 27. The 76ers trail by 12. Simmons on the wing. Shoots over Livingston. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
It's the length of Durant that helps him in the interior. He's just a polished forward who scores with ease. Almost impossible to stop.
Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Jerebko.
Really active down there, imposing his will and force and seeing his efforts pay off.
The pass to Simmons. Over Livingston. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Embiid against Green. And stolen by Simmons. Outside, Redick. Stolen by Thompson. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Fultz is checked in. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Shaun Livingston. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Screen by Cousins. Curry passes to Thompson. Curry a screen on Redick. Thompson is double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the 76ers now. Redick against Thompson. Pass to Redick. Screen by Šarić. Here's Fultz. 6 to shoot. The 76ers again can't hit it. Warriors leading by 16.
And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and players alike by going to Golden State this past offseason. Cousins knew he'd have to take a prove-it type deal when he entered free agency after that Achilles tear. The deal with the Warriors was put together and finalized fast, and kudos to the Warriors front office for striking when the iron was hot. And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Outside Curry. There's the screen. Green, the screen. Green with a screen for Durant. Redick against Thompson. The 19-foot shot. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Šarić. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves the 9 shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And now a chance to check out Klay Thompson. Last year, getting it done. Around 20 points per game last season. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Now here's Durant. 16 points for him. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Embiid the screen. Pass to Fultz. From beyond the arc. Drops in the tray. Fultz has got 5.
And you got to guard Fultz from this spot. I mean, when he has the space to fire from deep, he makes the defense pay.
Durant kicks to Cousins. Screen by Cousins. Here's Green. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Saric.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge. Also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first one falls. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
And both free throws good for Green. Where you look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, you know, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in players' salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient.
Embiid, the pass to Fultz. Covington, a screen on Curry. Saric, and Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots. And this guy is a high flyer, I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
So it's Philadelphia now. The Warriors making the shot. Poked away. Embiid kicks to Fultz. Chandler outside. 4 on the clock. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Durant. At the elbow, Green. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics. Then on Thursday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And for that matchup with the Magic, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Free throw good, Green.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for Robert Covington. And both free throws good for Green.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Embiid the screen. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. McConnell passes to Fultz. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Here's Johnson. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket to end the run. Fultz, no good. Warriors leading by 22. Thompson, left side. Over Fultz. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Jordan Bell's checked in for Golden State.
Shooting one.
.115 left in the first half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the inside. And McConnell gets it to go.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's Durant on the wing. Kicks it to Cousins. Here's Durant. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 20 points for Kevin Durant.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You've just got to marvel at his greatness.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Durant.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
And the basket by Curry.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Poked loose. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good on the shot. 22 points for Kevin Durant.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Now, here's McConnell. Passes it to Embiid. 1 second left. And the layup is good. Embiid's got his first points of the game.
And you can see how comfortable Embiid is, feeling like nobody can guard him in the paint. And he's right.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 34 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, we've been watching Klay Thompson for a while now. He's a guy who's unselfish, and he's willing to defer, but when he's feeling it, he knows it's time to take over. His jump shot is pretty much the definition of repeatable motion. And that's what we saw in the first half, him repeatedly sinking shots.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. The Warriors shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Covington at the 3 and Šarić at the 4. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Simmons, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Šarić just screen on Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Green kicks to Curry. The feed to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Now here's Simmons. Redick with the 3. It's rebounded by Curry.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly. The good and bad times, was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. And Clark, you have to applaud management for the way they stuck with Brown as the team was turning things around.
Yeah, I love it, Kevin. I really do. I mean, being able to see the long-term picture and stay with a coach who you believe is the right one for your group, very impressive work by the Sixers. Injuries and a lack of talent were the issue early, not the coaching. The players love Brown, and rarely are coaches afforded as much time and patience as this franchise gave Brown. I applaud him.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Back to Thompson. Fades, and the shot goes in. Thompson's got 36.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. That's now 32 points for Ben Simmons. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Curry kicks to Thompson. Thompson is double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Warriors now. Durant against Covington. Just 5 on the clock. Durant, the pass to Thompson. Shoots over Redick, and he can't bank that one in.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
Now here's Cousins, following the missed shot by Dario Šarić. Durant kicks to Curry. Back to Durant. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Simmons, and he drops it in from the low post. Simmons got 34 points.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Redick against Thompson. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
That free throw good from Thompson. One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent. The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Jerebko the screen. Iguodala the pass to Thompson. Back to Iguodala. It's stolen by Saric. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Saric, the Croatian forward, came into the NBA fairly polished. Has still improved his game year to year, which is a credit to him and his work ethic. There still are areas that he can work on, but make no mistake about it, this guy has shown from day one that he's an impact player.
One shot.
With Saric and how he plays, Clark, he's developing his non-scoring skills as well.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, Kevin, especially for how young he is. And I think he's got a game that's just going to continue to grow and refine with time. He's proved he actually can, on occasion, act as a point forward if you need it.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Taking a look at some stats for Joel Embiid. Coming off a terrific season, he was around 23 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 34. Saric outside. For three, Covington. And that one is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Just 4 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Livingston. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. And the wide open shot from Redick. Hits it from 3-point range. Redick's got 12.
This is why you must play up on Redick, because he's terrific at shooting off the pass.
Thompson inside the line. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The pass to Covington. Outside, Simmons. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Thompson from 15 feet away. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists here tonight. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Fade away, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his 3-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Now, here's Jerebko. They set the pick. He dishes it to Thompson. No good with the triple. For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Iguodala outside. Ball's knocked loose. To the middle. Here's Redick, and Thompson sends it back. Iguodala outside. Green, the screen. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Covington. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Saric passes to Simmons, and the basket is good. Simmons got 38 points.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Here's Livingston. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 6. Thompson for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Warriors leading by 23. To the paint. Now the 76ers on the break. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Durant.
And right now, there's nothing the defense can do. You can see them stretching further and further out to guard him beyond the arc, but he just keeps knocking down big 3 after big 3. As a fan, you love it. And as a defender, you just hope it ends soon.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust. You modify. You go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Chandler comes in for Saric. Fultz, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Simmons. Golden State also making some changes. Jordan Bell's checked in for Jerebko. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Chandler dishes to Fultz. Philadelphia moving the ball around. McConnell kicks to Chandler. Shoots over Curry, and there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by McConnell.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Iguodala. Dishes it to Green. Over Johnson. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision. He has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
McConnell with it, guarded by Curry. Chandler the pass to McConnell. Johnson the screen. Off the screen. And no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Curry kicks to Green. Down low, up top Curry. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
There's a good screen. Chandler with the screen on Thompson. Jumper off the screen. Fultz, no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And here is Johnson after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Pass to Covington. He kicks it to Chandler. They need this. The Warriors pull it in. Curry's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The dish to Iguodala. Pass to Thompson. Knocked loose. Covington against Thompson. Covington's shot is off.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Some changes for Golden State. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Green, and Durant subbed in for Andre Iguodala. McConnell passes to Chandler. Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Thompson. Feeds to Chandler, and another turnover for the Warriors. The pass to Cousins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And everyone knows when Cousins controls his emotions, he's one of the very best centers in the game.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. There's 31 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. McConnell kicks to Chandler. Chandler with the screen on Curry. Chandler with a screen for Fultz. Pass to Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. And here's McConnell. He's covered by Thompson. Shot to stop the drought. Curry with the defensive effort.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Durant. Jones is out there with Bell, and it's Evans in at the shooting guard. Here's Jones. The shot's good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
McConnell passes to Johnson. Muscala dishes to Fultz. Johnson the screen. Clark, we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences here in the NBA. There's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought. Five on the clock. They set the pick. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. It seems the super team will be intact for years to come.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Durant nails both of them. You know, Clark, when you think about it, all fans really care about is winning, and that's hard to pull off when you're the only star on your team. We see it all over the league.
You know, basketball is not tennis or golf. It's a team game, and one man can't win a championship by himself. I mean, when you look at all the championship teams, they were championship teams, not driven by just one star player. And it's a blessing when you can play with other good players, and that's what all good players desire to do at some point in their career.
Back to Cook. They set the screen. The floater. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Johnson. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And the story with Markelle Fultz last season was one of health and getting his shot right.
Yeah, he suffered a shoulder injury, Kevin, that really impacted his ability to shoot the ball. He tried to play through it, but eventually had to be shut down. And, you know, it's hard to miss that type of time as a rookie. Not only games, but the few practices you get during the season as well. So he's going to have to restart in year 2.
He misses the free throw. And with as much news and worry that Fultz's jump shot has caused, you forget just how deadly he is going at the rim.
Yeah, has no problem cutting through the defense like a hot knife through butter. I tell you, Ben Simmons said he hates guarding Fultz in practice as it is impossible to stay in front of him. Just a very shifty player who uses his great handles to get into the teeth of the defense.
Clark, you played for a small market team in Indianapolis, so difficult now for them to retain all-star level talent, or so it would seem.
Yeah, that's always been the case, Kevin, and I don't think that's changed much. You know, KD goes from Oklahoma City to the Bay Area. Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward go from small markets to Boston, although Kyrie was traded. Gordon Hayward was signed as a free agent. I think it's just one of those inherent issues that will continue to be a challenge for some of the small market teams. That's why the draft and developing drafted players for those teams is so critically important.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Smith has checked in. Evans outside. High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Philadelphia's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. McConnell kicks to Johnson. Johnson the screen. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
You know, Amir Johnson is a problem inside, a big, powerful guy who's able to use his size well close to the bucket.
They set the pick. Cook, the pass to Evans. Right side, Jones. Pass to Cook. Over in the corner, Livingston. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. Puts it up from 12, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Jerebko's checked in for Jordan Bell. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Knocked away. It's stolen by Jones. Evans inside. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Johnson the screen. That's tipped. Evans outside. Here's Korkmaz. Lets it go from deep. And Jones pulls it down.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Kicks it to Muscala. Johnson the screen. Clark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBN, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Screen by Jones. There's the screen. Cook kicks to Jones. Bucket is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You know, that's not how you distribute the ball. It needs to be more focused when making passes like that.
Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s, plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
Warriors have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Back to Cook. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And, you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Muscala. The Warriors also with a sub. Green, he's checked in for Evans. Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Inside, here's Simmons. He drains it from the right block. Simmons got 40 points.
And really, Simmons makes it look so easy. The way he's attacking defenses from multiple angles is really just commendable.
Jones drives in over Johnson, and the basket by Jones.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
You look at rebounding now, Clark. Teams relying less on one guy and more on collective team rebounding, especially, it seems, on the defensive end.
Yeah, and you think about it, Kevin, with the space and pace game, positionless basketball.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. my. And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Jerebko kicks to Green. Jerebko the screen. Launches a three. He can't get it to go. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Korkmaz. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Golden State with it. Livingston passes to Cook. Green, the screen. Back to Cook. Shot off the screen. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
And the 76ers making a change here.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Cook. McConnell with it. He kicks it to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Passes it to Chandler. Shot off the pick. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Warriors shooting wonderfully up to this point. 67%. Livingston, that's good.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
Philadelphia's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Smith kicks to Simmons. The shot by Chandler, wide open. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists now tonight. Chandler's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And here's Livingston. Chandler with the steal. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Yep, that one goes. Simmons got 44.
Sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everybody.
Screen by Jones. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. You know, every coach talks about playing team basketball, Clark. When it comes to the fans, they really come out to see the stars. What do you think is the psychology behind that?
Well, I think fans enjoy elite players and great talent across any sport. But they also recognize that team play is critical to winning. So I think it's a combination. Fans, I think we've got to give them a little more credit. Sure, they want to see the stars play, but they want to win, and they know to win, teams have to be about team basketball, not just highlighting and enjoying the stars.
Here's Chandler. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Wilson Chandler's a real baller now. I mean, even when you try to get physical with him, this guy handles that beautifully. He's capable of still overpowering you.
One shot.
And Wilson Chandler, one of those talented guys who's battled injuries, Clark, throughout his career.
He's one of those guys you love watching play because all he does is try to win and make winning plays. He can give you good minutes, not much of a scorer, but he's a better playmaker and a better wing defender now, too.
6 to shoot. Here's Cook. And the 3 ball is good. Cook's got 11 points in the quarter.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, you know what, Greg? To me, it looks like they packed it in and just kind of given up.
Johnson's shot is off. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Klay Thompson.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
.41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson the screen. Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Livingston.
You know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Down low, Chandler with the steal. Now here's Fultz, guarded closely. Simmons passes to Chandler. Chandler with a screen for Simmons. Here is Cook. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful